Administration has been threatening both communities, LGBTQ and the immigrant community.
Tonight, Santa Cruz County making moves to protect vulnerable communities from policies enacted by the Trump administration. Good evening and welcome back to KION News at 5:30.
We begin with Santa Cruz County supervisors allocating a total of $200,000 to local organizations. KION's Brianna Mathaw has been speaking with members of both communities and joins us now live from Watsonville. Brianna, why is this funding so important?
The challenges present itself here today when the Board of Supervisors discussed why these fundings were allocated to the communities who face these challenges during the federal policies. This $200,000 allocation will be split evenly between undocumented immigrant services as well as supporting the LGBTQ+ community.
As the federal government works to eliminate federal funding for purposes that include diversity, equity, and inclusion, the resources to run the programs that serve LGBTQ+ individuals are disappearing.
LGBTQ+ youth in areas like Watsonville face limited access to programs and community connections. This funding will bring more local support.
For the longest time, we often feel neglected here in Watsonville, especially as queer youth, as a lot of the programming tends to be in Santa Cruz, and we'd have to travel sometimes an hour through the metro system just to be able to attend those meetings.
This funding will also allow organizations to continue providing critical immigrant services. This includes legal consultations, educational programs, and lawful permanent residency.
One of the things that we want to make sure happens is that people don't live in fear, that people come out and get the essential services that they need. Children are afraid to attend school because they're afraid that their parents won't be home, that they'll be rounded up by ICE. And so there's families that are scared to go to work.
Officials emphasize that this funding is part of a larger ongoing effort to protect and support these more vulnerable communities.
We just really want the community to have ongoing access to solid, trusted information and not be steered or swayed by misinformation, not make a decision based on the wrong information that could impact them and their families over the long term.
Now the funding will begin to roll out in the coming weeks, with updates expected to be coming up in the spring and summer of 2025. Reporting live from Watsonville, Brianna Mathaw, KION News, Channel 46.